It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. That's complete to Elikayo Manor. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And the Titans have a first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ward off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He brings it in. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans take a 6-0 lead right away. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Cowboy 80!
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Finds his running back. This is Bashal Tootin. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jacksonville.
Ready!
Tootin gets it from the gun. He's got room to roll. He's going to bring this down to their 35. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
And the Jaguar first down.
Okay, ready?
All set to go now from the 35.
Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Milton. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters. The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Let go.
Zone read. They'll give it to Tootin. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Milton now on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Here's Ward. Setting up the screen. It's a small gain up to the 38. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd down now, they need 7.
Get it. Get it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Travis Hunter making that play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
70 Lions. Hawk 70.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Let's go.
What's going to throw here on 3rd? Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Ward, a quick throw, complete. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Ready.
Blown back to the backfield, and they give it to him. He only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Joey Slye for the Titans field goal attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Inside give here for Tootin. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's a 10-3 ball game. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break.
Ready?
Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at 1st down here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Milton to throw. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Bringing Hunter left. Play fake, it's Milton. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
From the gun, it's Ward. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw this one. Ward. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Gets it to him on the screen. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ward's going to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Again, Ward going to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
That's what right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this one up to about the 21. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing now, Milton. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Putting a receiver in motion. To the air on third and long. Pass brought in by Watson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Milton back to throw. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And now they have a first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it
He
off.
brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Cam Little to try the extra point. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! And the Titans have it!
How many times do we get to the end of the game and we look back and go, geez, we never knew what was the defining play. Hey, listen, that was just 1 point. It seems small now, but more than likely in the end, that block and that single point could loom very, very large.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, first and 10. Ward now. Setting up the running back screen. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And the Titans have a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, go!
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Got it. Ready?
Back to the line they come, second down.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Timberwolves.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans grow their lead just before halftime.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get him on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
Come on, come on.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And first down only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the second down.
Ready.
On the give, it's Stoughton. Up to the races, middle of the field. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars earn the chance to tie it before halftime.
Kate, right there's the danger of dime coverage. Bunch of little guys on the field that love to cover, but may not tackle so well, and opens up a run lane he took huge advantage of.
Pushing for the end zone. It lost the football. It's not loose. And the Titans got it. Ooh, I think somebody might be due for a lesson in ball security, partner.
You think so?
just a little bit, because a couple of points potentially that just slipped right out of his arms there.
Coaches never want to see a fumble, but especially when there are 2 points on the line. You get the rock on a 2-point play, it better be locked down tighter than Fort Knox. Nothing should knock it out.
And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
I remember these feelings running on the field after a great return like that, Kate. It almost feels like stepping into a batter's box with runners on base. So much of the work has been done ahead of you. Now you got to go deliver.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
60 by 2, 60 by 2.
First and 10 here. Ward. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this.
Here we go. Shot. Traffic. 60 by 6. Go.
Ward off the play fake. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Brought in right side. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
It's a gain of 10.
Here we go.
First down, Jacksonville.
60.
Milton. This is a heater going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
They motion the tight end over. Milton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. Here's a screen for Tootin. Across the 45 and still going. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Check down, goes to Tootin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Titans.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Go.
Hand off to Tootin. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. He was good on his first attempt, and a second from a little over 45 here. Little knocks it through, and that's going to give them the lead. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Joey Slide to kick off for
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. On the ground, Tootin. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They kick the running back in motion. Now Milton to throw. Forced out to his right. That throw behind his intended target. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And he doesn't see a winner he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Here we go. Go.
Milton now on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
On fourth down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty! He Coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll throw from his end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Ford's going to throw here on 3rd. Into a crowd, and intercepted! And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Backed up on their own goal line, Brock. A little bit surprising to see them decide to throw for it there.
Yeah, a bunch of trust thrown their way by this staff to call a pass play in that situation. You know, and you'll hear coaches say this, Kate. You got to play fast, but never in a hurry. He was hurried right there, and it certainly led to the INT.
Throwing now, out of the shotgun. On the move, headed right. This one's caught. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Here's Milton. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for 2 here. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he gets in for 2. They're going to go up by 2 scores off of that play. Well, Brock, they wanted the 2-score lead, and they got it. And now, I think it becomes a little bit easier to defend the lead in this 2nd half.
It does. You know you're not such in a fragile situation. You got a little bit of cushion, but that attention to detail. Defensively, you cannot step off the gas. You cannot lose focus, but you sure do love looking up at that scoreboard and seeing a 2-possession lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's brought down at the 44. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
17 yards. That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. That's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one is going to go right through you.
And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Third and just 2 to go.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Viking 8.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Got it. Ready?
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Red. 60.
Now looking to throw with Ward. Dumped off to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Now it's Tootin. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Devon Fuller bringing that play to an end.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the gun on 3rd down. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
On the move now.
Goes to the hurry up here.
14 more yards. Jaguars first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Milton. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10.
Go!
They are throwing it again. It is caught left side. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty.
For the 2-point conversion.
They send a man in motion.
Ready.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
32. Titans 24.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors.
Kickoff for the Jaguars.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The running back gets it on the draw. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready.
From the gun, it's Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he has this down to the 34. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Ward, a quick throw, complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On the set. Here we go. 79 Bronco. Bronco 80.
There he is on 3rd and short. Throw caught at the 6. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
From the red zone now. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those 2, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
70, go!
Here we go, right up the gut. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it 4th and goal. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans down by only 2 in the 4th. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. You sure did.
Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
Okay, break.
1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Cougar 19. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Zone read. They'll give it to Tootin. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
That's caught for the first. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
17 yards. And the Jaguar 1st down.
Motioning Watson left. Milton. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Milton now. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars push this to an 8-point game. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets
brought in inside the 20. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans cut the lead down to just 2.
37. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Let's take this at the 10. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Count to 60, count to 60, count.
Throwing now, Milton. Here's a screen for 2. And he'll get it up to the 27.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
2nd down, give to 2. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Jaguars up by just a couple of points.
On the set.
We've set it down from 37.
Next. Steady.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Dumpoff caught by his back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Jaguars have a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ready. Let go.
Tilton gets it from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
19.
Man in motion out of the slot. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Let's go. Viking 18.
On third down, here's Tootin. He has the Jaguar first down, Brock. And they can run out the clock on this win.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say goodbye from Nashville.